Thy life is a riddle, to bear rapture and sorrow, to listen, to suffer, to entrust. Unto tomorrow. Oh, hi there, guys. I'm perfectly fine. How are you? I am totally and entirely normal. I also slept a solid 8 hours, as I always do. I definitely did not lie awake, staring at the ceiling, with answers playing in my head, and have several revelations about the melodies in answers, and the notes and their meaning. Definitely not. This never happened. I definitely was not posting on Discord at 5 a.m. about certain revelations to do with answers. And I woke up this morning, and suddenly there were just these strange horns sprouting from my head. I think it's a side effect of the space travel. Nobody worry. I'm sure it will reset itself. It will go back to normal. And and a bit of soul energy would definitely help with the process. Obi! Obi, you cheeky bastard. We have a stowaway on the spaceship, and apparently it's decided to bring some fellow criminals. I did say I had a feeling that there were some people in the crates at the back, and it looks like we have some unauthorized space visitors. Thank you so much, Obi. What the heck are you doing? Gifting to star-powered hero, Deadweb, Melistra, Just Your Opinion Man, Dombek, Afro Thunder, Korgashan, and Silo. I swear, like, every time there's a gifted sub-bomb, you guys have the best names. Like, they're always the most creative, wildest names ever. So, good picks, good souls, and thank you so much! Yeah, I think Obi would be stowing away on the ship. We would have been like, Obi, you stay back on the ground, look after everyone. You have a very important job, mostly so that Obi wouldn't be slinging around the lightsaber on the moon. Although, not on the moon anymore, friends. It may look like a moon, but it's a very different thing entirely. But hello, everyone. I was about to say happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Not only are we going to space, we're doing time travel. Happy second FF Friday. This week, we have 2 FF Fridays. A perpetual Friday that never ends. And honestly, it does really feel like this is the same stream, because I woke up so late today. I do not know what happens in the wee hours of the morning, but somehow this game crawls into my brain at around, well, let's be honest, I did not sleep until like 6 a.m. again. But it just has a way of crawling into your brain crevices and not leaving. And I just start thinking about it. And it's so clever. And there may or may not be a second 6 a.m. rant video. And this one is mostly just about the song Answers. Because again, for some reason, I was terrified that I would go to sleep and I would forget all of this genius musical theory that I was spouting. I did watch it back. There is no genius musical theory. It's me saying the same things over and over again. But the way that Answers is structured is so clever. So clever, because like the song itself you can split into sections, and it's a journey from suffering and this inability to accept the nature of existence. At the very beginning you get like almost like a Gregorian monk's chant, right? And then it goes into the harp and the lullaby, and Heidelin is trying to soothe her children, but you can tell it's not quite true, it's not quite real. She knows that she can't provide any comfort. And then you go into the middle stanza and you get the question and answer call with Heidelin and the same voices from the beginning, but they're going back and forth. There's conflict, they're fighting between each other. And also in that section, hence the Discord rant, I noticed that in that section when it's like, witness, suffer, like it's falling back a note each time. And then as soon as they start the stanza again, it goes up by 1 note. So they're walking forward, but they're falling back. And each time they manage to go 1 step forward. And then by the time you get to the end of the song, you're jumping between notes. So by the time you get to "Thy life is a riddle," like it's jumping between notes, reaching into the future because they have hope, because there's something that comes after. Am I thinking too deeply into this? Probably. Would that have been intentional with Final Fantasy? Actually, probably. Knowing this game and how great the composition is. Like, yes and no. Yes, but there is an acceptance as well. It's not just hope. There is still the grief and the suffering, but then you're going into like an almost major chord at the end. There's still discordance in the notes though, which is really, really clever. So even in the final section where there's acceptance, there's a couple of discordant notes. So it's pretty beautiful. It was written years before Endwalker, but they made it work. It just works. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And Hoot giving their soul. But one fleeting moment you would have had as humanity, but now as a wisp, eternal life. See, I should talk with Hydaelyn. We can work something out. You're worried about the fleeting nature of existence? Just give me your soul. Easy, job done. Thank you so much, Hoot. I am already a mystical burb. Am I now a wispy burb? You are now a bright, shiny burb. A burb infused with soul energy. But there you go. But yeah, I think there's a lot you can see in that song. It's so strange that it was written before Endwalker because I'm seeing so many things in it now. And it's like, how? How did they make that link up so perfectly? It's like we were saying about the plot in Endwalker in general and the whole Elpis thing, like, it's almost more impressive that they made it work, even though it was written in retrospect and they never planned it from the beginning. Like, it's even cooler that it just works and that song fits for that moment as well. So yeah. Pure majesty. Such writing. Much music. Waiting queues for Copied Factory is fun. Wait, do I know things now? Is that the Nier raid? I'm slowly learning which raid is which. There's so many. Oh my god, it is! Oh my gosh, I graduated from Sprout School, guys. I graduated. Hey! I remember things. Remember us. Remember that we once did the Nier raid series. That was a couple of years ago now. Thank you, everybody who came aboard the hype train. Oh, wait! I do apologise. The train has not yet left the station. We have some unscheduled delays. British Elven Transport apologises for delays to your journey today. The train will now be departing from Platform 3. That's Platform 3 for the first shit Elven train to the Southern Elven Forest. Please make your way there if you're travelling with us today. Thank you. From Shadowbringers, yes, there are so many of those optional raid series and dungeons and quest lines that we're gonna do at the end of Endwalker. Excuse me! What is this? Is that a soul for every sundering? I will keep them safe, my friend. Together we shall walk unto the end. Thank you so much! Monji is taking the first class carriage. Along with the Sparkle Dog, there will be room for you in there. And there are free pastries on the catering cart today, especially for first class passengers. And Seva coming back as well. And then we've got Condi. Condi's like, wait for me. Wait, hold the train! Just pushes through the doors at the last moment. Look, Elven Transport Police are very strict. If you're even a second late, they won't let you on. But lucky for you, you and your boarding party are very welcome in first class. Please make yourselves comfortable. Do make sure you have your tickets ready for inspection. And that goes for Kaiden, Var, Sir Duncan, Sito, Shrui, the King of the Nerds, Holdsworthy, Spencer, Tager, and DJ, of course. Make sure you have them on your person, otherwise you may be flung from the train during transit. Thank you. We have high standards around here. We don't take any unauthorized passengers on our trains. Hey Dark, good morning to noon. It's evening in the Southern Elven Forest, but I hope you have a nice cold beverage. It is the day for a nice cold beverage, whether it's morning or evening. It's sweltering! I knew I wanted my hair out of my face today. And I was like, what hairstyle do I do? And then I remembered where we were, and it just made sense. So I am Discount Princess Leia today. I am Timu Leia. Nice to meet you. I am the galaxy's only hope. They're kind of staying up. They're kind of staying up. They will escape, much like Zodiac, from their prison at some point during stream, I'm sure. Look with the biddies! The biddies are now floating through space like glorious glimmering stars. Thank you so much! We have so many new souls to welcome on in, so if Manji or Kondi gifted you immortality, you are now immortal. At least for the next 30 days. Enjoy the eternal life, and you're now a bright, shiny creature known as a wisp, comprised of pure soul energy. Don't worry, your soul wasn't doing anything inside of your body anyway. It basically just kind of sits there. It's like an appendix. You don't do much with it. It just kind of wastes space in there. You may as well do something with it. And Sever, thank you for 4 months as well. A loyal wisp as always. And a very bright soul. Okay, am I correct in thinking that is a green soul? I think it's a Shadow Grove soul. But you're gonna kill me if I'm wrong. But I'm convinced you're a Druid of the Grove. This is where Shadow Grove disowned me because I got the color wrong, and Sever's like, actually, I'm a bright pink wisp, how dare you? How dare you say such things? Might I ask what your drink is comprised of? It's the blood of 1,000 cactuars. Crispy and delicious. It is a certain unnamed brand of fizzy drink, of the strawberries and cream variety. I had this yesterday, and I was like, this is a really terrible idea to essentially do like a 5-hour VO session whilst drinking fizzy drink. But now I've gone and done the same thing again today. Because it's so hot, and it's the only cool drink I have. I forgot, I was gonna like freeze some squash or something, but if you hear me like or like hiccuping all stream, that's why. That's why. I do this to myself. It's mostly the hiccups. Like, I just get really bad hiccups. You guys give me hiccups anyway because you make me laugh. Like, almost as soon as I start stream, I get hiccups. There's usually a countdown timer going for the first hiccup of the stream. I sense it's imminent. Very soon. Birch beer? What's birch beer? Does that have anything to do with birch trees? Or is it just a coincidence? Is it made with birch tree syrup? I mean, sounds like an elven approved drink if so. Although I don't know if I'd want to drink birch sap. It's very sticky for one. Might be like honey from birch tree root. I have never heard of that. Oh, I guess, you know, root beer. Root beer is a thing. Sounds cool. I never considered that was a drink option. Humans always surprise me. Such ingenuity. You can make alcohol from basically anything. Literally anything. I think like if I gave you a plank of wood, you'd probably just make vodka from it. 'Tis the mortal way. If it can be alcohol, it will be alcohol. It's a slightly sweeter root beer. Ooh. Now I feel like I should try some. Give me your glass, please. I just want a sip. Only a sip. I promise I don't have space herpes. No alcohol yet, but it's kind of like root beer. It sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. I mean, it has been said that the thing to do on a swelteringly hot day is to have a beer in a pub garden. At least if you're British, that's apparently the thing to do. Everybody like goes to a pub garden and sits there and marinates and drinks cold beer. But I have ice cube soup. That's what I've gone for. Oh, We've got some hype chests on the way. Thank you for traveling with us aboard First Shit Elven. I hope you enjoy your complimentary emotes. Oh, what the heck is that a rage emote? It's just like pure, unadulterated rage. I feel that. That's beautiful. That's me right now trying to survive the heatwave again. I'm very annoyed, by the way. Starting the stream with the customary complaining about weather. But I'm very annoyed because I looked ahead at the weather forecast for next week, thinking, it's quite hot now. I wonder when it will cool down. And what hits at the end of next week? Massive heat wave, back up to like 30, 31, 32. And for Friday as well. It's gonna be like 30, 31 in the Elven Forest on Friday. How dare that great big flaming ball of shite come for my sacred Fuffa Friday? I am shocked and appalled. I'll be making a petition to the sun god. I can't be having it. And here was me like, okay, we'll put in a double stream for this week. Because certain little birdies tell me we're nearing the end of at least like the main part of Endwalker. So I was like, we'll do 2 very long streams. But I don't want to rush it. I think we want to take it slow. So I was like, okay, if we do like a few hours stream today and then leave it at a good break point and then come back next for Friday and maybe that's like a slightly longer end stream. But I'm just going to be here, sweaty goop monster next week. Anything for my boy Mitzelk. I'm so convinced he's showing up again. No, it would just be rude if they had him in that section in Elpis and then he never appeared again. It would just be rude. It would just be rude. At least leave me with some lingering emotional trauma where he shows up again and maybe forgives us. Because if we can remember, maybe that would be enough for him. And now we know that there's a possibility we can. Hi JC, welcome on in. I discovered your channel from the Spyro video. Did you enjoy my hyperventilation? I was so excited. It's been so lovely how many people have come in from seeing that video and to go like a little bit viral on something that isn't toxic. Because I don't know, I've kind of been in my grumpy feels recently, like, I've been doing this Twitch thing for 10 years, I'm never gonna pop off. And stupid Dawn, because obviously I'm very grateful for the amazing community I have. But I think I had this thing where I was just like, I'm never gonna do well numbers wise because I'm not like a toxic gamer bro and I don't like put stuff out into the world like, I hate this thing, which is normally what gets clicks, is like all the toxic stuff. So the fact that the Spyro video, which is just me losing my mind over a purple dragon, has gone semi-viral, and that everyone's been so lovely in the comments. It means a lot to me. And thank you for coming over, because I know it's extra clicks to find Live Dawn. But hi, I'm Live Dawn, and I'm even more chaotic. But we have been playing some Spyro. We had a Spyro Saturday last Saturday, where I basically just ranted about how much I love Spyro, and we played Reignited. I feel like we should do more of those. Glad to be part of your community now. Welcome on in. Help yourself to some Lembas toast. Also some ice cube soup if it's hot where you are. I don't know which part of the world you're in, but the UK's on fire again and I hate it. It's fierier than Spyro's flame in here. I found you because I was looking for streamers going through MSQ. It's so lovely as well, like when people find me through the VOD channel. Which I don't know if it was the VOD channel you found us through or if you were like just looking through the Twitch categories, but my VOD channel, like it's very small, but when someone finds the full videos and they watch through all of the VODs, like hundreds of VODs of my entire MSQ journey, and then they come to stream, I'm just like, that's commitment. That is commitment. It was the VODs. Also, the Heavensward VODs. They have been reclaimed. So there's going to be something really strange going on soon where I'll be uploading a whole batch of Heavensward VODs because I assumed they were lost. And they'll be coming out alongside Endwalker because I found an old hard drive. I assumed that all of the VODs from like, I think episode 5 onwards of Heavensward, I assumed they were all lost. But there was a very obscure folder inside another folder inside another folder, and they're all in there. And I was really sad because I thought we'd lost my vault reaction, but no, it's there. It's there. I think that's the first time that this game ever made me properly cry. But then there is some stuff at the end of A Realm Reborn. But I think that's the first thing that really hit me. I think that's the first major one where you've spent so much time with that character and they've really heaped on the emotion and worked to make you like them. There are other characters who obviously leave us in A Realm Reborn, and that's really sad, but I feel like they didn't do quite as much work forming their relationship with you. So Hottie Fart is the first one where it's like, oh, that physically hurts me. Thanks, Square Enix. I'll be carrying that for the rest of my life. Hey, Steven, welcome on in. Would the Stormblood videos be there too? I didn't see those on the VOD channel. Stormblood's on there, at least it should be. Should be on there. All the Stormblood should be on there. I think. I hope. Oh! If they're not, they might be somewhere in that legendary folder floating in the mist, so there you go. Did you get the obligatory enjoy the CS after the vault? Enjoy the CS? CS? I'm just thinking of Counter-Strike. He has to deal with this trauma. Let me just go play a few rounds of Counter-Strike. I'll forget him soon enough when I've got a few headshots. Oh, God. We have an amazing team of moderators, Stark. So for the entirety of that dungeon, we were on emote-only mode. And Aria is particularly good at the quick snipe. So she will time out messages from chat. She'll delete messages from chat. And so thankfully it wasn't spoiled for me. I think the only thing that happened was before that dungeon, there were quite a few people in chat like, oh, she's doing the vault, is she? And then everyone was like, yeah, she's doing the vault. So like, I knew something was coming up, but I didn't know if it was like just because it was an epic scene that everybody loved and that's why everybody was hyping it up. And there was no kind of emotional foreshadowing. It was just like oh, she's doing the vault. So thankfully I was saved from that. And yeah, good times. It is an epic scene of some capacity. A heavy, epic scene. A true weight on the emotions. Ah, the pre-spoil. Yes, we do not condone foreshadowing either. Durethane! 3rd month of immortality. I hear 3rd month is lucky. You get an extra few sparkles on your soul, and your wisp grows more powerful than ever. No foreshadowing, chat. No mercy. Yeah, you watch yourself, the sword is sharp.
Hello, Dawn.
Oh, hello!
Absolutely breathtaking. May I have a lock of hair, please?
Hey!
Olga Millie reference.
That'll be 10,000 gil, please.
Chicken wings and jalapeno
Or
peppers, and then him playing Skyrim.
Ooh, good
Got
combo.
A new paid creation. Shush is a lightning mage follower named Leilana, and her VA is so good.
Oh yeah, creation
anyway,
mods.
I hope you have a dainty gats even have as lovely as you are.
I may or may not be intimately familiar with the Skyrim voiceover vodding community, because yeah, the modding community is very active and they make some amazing stories and they're always looking for voiceover. So there've been quite a few really fantastic fan-made mods recently, which I've been keeping an eye on. Thank you so much for the biddies, and enjoy thy chicken poppers. Chicken wings and jalapeno poppers. Skyrim and good foods. Oh! Do you also enjoy good foods, my dear? Hello, Moogle. Hello, creature. Oh, is there something you're after? Did you see a certain channel point redeem? Did you? Well, I never. Before stream even started. We had a TREAT redeem. Who did it? Own up. Who did it? I'm trying to look through the list and see who's responsible for this. It was Azrael. Of course it was. Well, good thing Azrael loves you. Yeah, no, I don't love you at all. Yeah, no. You definitely don't give my life meaning. No, definitely not. Yeah. Would you like a treat? You know, the reason she didn't come running today at the very beginning of stream was because I didn't start the stream with keep well, which is her signal for treats. I've realized this is a very bad thing that we've taught her. Because now anytime we see a Moogle in Final Fantasy, she's trained. She's trained! Would you, perhaps, my dark mistress, enjoy a chicken treat? Oh, the tail is shaky. She's thinking about it. Okay. All right, here you go. This new strategy of just opening the bucket and letting her feast, it's working well. It's keeping my fingers safe. Here you go, sweetness. Oh, that was a big bite. You almost took like 3. You can have this one too. This benefits her as well because she always gets some of them a little bit wet, and then I have to give her extra ones. There you go. There you go. Job done. Delicious treats. Thank you, Obi, for the literal bucket of treats. I would say we'll never run out now, but at the rate that she eats treats, there's no hope. There's no hope. Hey, Speedy! Ah, you're from the dungeon! Ah, we do love some dungeon members in here. You're very welcome. You've been put in the dungeon, and here we take people's souls. We love Newt. Newt is one of my favorite humans to ever exist, so I am honored that you would come and see us. Moog is also honored. Yes. Look! Yeah, Speedy's come to say hi! Yeah! Kupo indeed. Chat's channel point pockets are deep. Moogle is very well taken care of. She is. She is the true streamer. I'm just the sidekick. I just show up to narrate stuff. That's all I do. Guys, there's something I want to share with you though. Before we start, I feel like it's worth mentioning. Because I don't feel like many people are very aware of this. But have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV Online, with an expanded free trial with which you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning Shadowbringers expansion up to level 80 for free with no restrictions on playtime? I know. Not many people know about this, but I thought it was my duty to inform you, my friends. Thank you for redeeming the Final Fantasy meme terror. We are always prepared. Really? Yes! Yes, you too can have moments like this from the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy. I swear, the next time someone says, I've heard the story in Final Fantasy is pretty good, like, you've been playing it, should I give it a go? I'm just gonna show them that video. I'm just gonna be like, I just realized. Don't do MSQ, kids, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Mog. Hold one moment. Mog has broken the teleprompter. Why are you pressing the teleprompter keys? I need that to look at chat. Oh my god, what have you done? She just stepped on something else. What have you done? You've completely changed the settings. I can't see what chat is saying now, Mook. But, excuse me. Okay, there. Is it gonna work? Chat, type an emote. Any emote. Oh, it's not working. I don't know what she did. She broke it. Oh no, it's working. It's working. Oh yeah, I see Jesse Cox's butt. Oh yeah. Beautiful. I was listening to Geek Enders earlier. Beautiful. They were talking about Twilight and I was like, excuse me, I am the Twilight expert, Jesse. If you want to know about Twilight, I got you. I did a project on Twilight in school, actual project, and I got a head's accommodation, which is like the highest honor you could get at my school. A whole folder of like Twilight lore. Serious business, my friends. Serious business. Nah! Moog! I'm getting licked. How is this just coming out now? You knew this! Oh my god, this loading screen! This is so cool. Ah, but the server's congested. We have to wait. No loading screen for us. Hello! Hi! You alright? No, you're not having any more. I've made the mistake of leaving the treats on the desk. That's what's luring her here. Hello? Yes? Dawn, just a question. Do you see your character's expressions well enough like that? What with my visor? I was thinking I'll put it up when I think we're about to head into a cutscene. It's hard to know though. I like the look. I also noticed after I ended stream yesterday, it does actually reflect what's around. I thought it was just like a false reflection, but I could actually see the planet up there and the moving rocks and stuff in the reflection, which is really clever. Very realistic. But yeah, if we're going into an important cutscene, maybe I should just... I don't need to breathe in space, it's fine. Breathing is overrated. First take up of the stream, way. But yeah, there we go. It's so strange seeing my character without the hair framing her face. She looks snatched. Space suits her. Urianger agrees. Where is he? Ah, yes, there he is. Beautiful. Do you know what time it is? Space time! Apparently Australia Zealand time from Stubby. All right then. Oh, welcome to space. It's a lovely place. So many sights to see around here. We've got the spore feather planet. We've got the strange galaxy whirl over here. I am absolutely convinced that Meteon is in there. She's hiding in there. I think maybe like each of these strange things we're seeing in the sky, some kind of like stronghold that she has, right? But it's weird to me that like they're colourful. You'd think that if she was all about depression. How do you say depression in like an Australia Zealand accent? Depression. No, that's really hard. Anyway, you'd think she's all about despair and all of that, so you wouldn't think it would be bright blue or bright purple or bright pink. But yeah. And Thancred is everywhere. He's all around us. And we found out at the end of last stream that he's essentially the reason why this whole place was formed and why we can walk around and why we're not just floating through nothingness. So if this place was formed of, you know, his love and his memories, then I wonder if we're seeing some things from his past in the environment. This is Thancred. This is Thancred. Everything that you can see as far as the light touches is Thancred. If I'm not mistaken, this is Thancred. That is Thancred. You see that whirligig over there? That's Thancred. That dragon, that's Thancred. Well, actually, you know, the last remnants of a lost civilization, but basically Thancred. That rock is Thancred. Your mum is Thancred. I love the galaxy here. I love it so much. Oh, I tried to do galaxy makeup, but I underestimated just how deep purple this galaxy was. Like, oh. I could just stare at those stars forever. Oh, smells like Thancred too. Lovely odor he's got there. He'll come back. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. They're not just going to kill Thancred. Also, if they were going to kill Thancred, they would do it on screen. They would do it with him in front of us, with like an emotional, teary goodbye, and he'd be like, "Tell Reen, I love her." Okay, they wouldn't just be like, "Oh, the screen faded to black and now Thancred is dust." So I'm not scared. They wouldn't do that. If they're going to kill someone, they do so with maximum emotional damage. This Ultima Thule has the most beautiful galaxies of all. And how could Meteon look up at the sky and think that there is no beauty? How can you look into that expanse and see only nothingness when there's so much light? I know not, and I hope we can prove that to her. I hope so. Well, time to have a chat with the gang. We're going straight back into it. He can't really be gone, can he? Meteon herself said his soul persists, that he is the reason we're still breathing. If so, then maybe... Don't worry, they wouldn't kill him. He sells too much merch. Just like yourself, okay? You're safe. You've got plot armor, okay? It's gonna be fine. She's like breaking her neck trying to look up at me. Hey, Jeb! I am Discount Leia. Look, I knew we were going to space. It's way too freaking hot today. The hair needed to be out of the face, so I was like, space buns? We'll try. I would love to do an attempt of the full Princess Leia coil at some point. You know, where it's like it's flat on the head and it just kind of sticks there. My aim was true. I had her. How are we to defeat an enemy we can't attack? With the power of friendship, I already told you. Yeah, the Milky Way croissants, I believe, is the official hairstyle name. It's hard to believe Thancred was able to overcome Meteon's will. Yet, here we are. Would that the price for his victory had not been so high. Don't worry, we'll charge back. We'll filter him from space dust. I understand now why the Lockprits were surprised to find that this environment could sustain life. There, but for Thancred's sacrifice. And he's the very reason we can just walk around. This would normally be impossible. Hello. His will was strong enough to reshape Ultima Thule that we might survive. That I might see again. His sacrifice must not be wasted. I always forget that Y'Shtola, normally cannot see properly. Until she mentioned it here. And then all of that came back. Because it hasn't come up in the story for a while. Despite Meteon's words, Urianger cannot accept that his comrade is gone. First the whole Membrida section, and now this. Don't do this to our sweet baby boy, Urianger. Don't do this. Soul without body, a form of being with which we are not wholly unfamiliar. Indeed, for we existed in a similar state when residing in the first. Our circumstances are rather more dire than that, 'tis true. But I choose to believe that he is not forever lost to us. I agree. Regardless, in sacrifice he hath afforded us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it, and ascertain the nature of this realm that we might confront and defeat Meteon. Estinien, Astaril, would you accompany me in speaking with these dragons? Mayhap they can enlighten us. I would ask the rest of you to survey these surrounds. If there is a path that might lead us to our quarry, we must find it. Very well. We can reconvene here when everyone's finished. Meteon said these dragons are shadow and shade, from a world whose denizens sought oblivion. As such, they're not like to be amenable to company, let alone conversation. So please, be careful. It's okay, Estinien's gonna sweet-talk them. Let us split up and gather what knowledge we may. Is it gonna be like 1 in 5 dragons will attack us? It's just bad chances. Losk. Yeah, they're like whirls on them are really interesting. I was saying last time, but it reminds me of some of the primals. I forget which ones specifically, but some of them have this almost like bone swirl pattern across their bodies. But yeah, like a phantom as well. A visitor, not of this star. Could thy slender hands bring plague unto our world, thy breath extinguish life's feeble flame, oh, how we would adore thee. Alas. With time our flesh shall wither, our souls fade, and so we await for its inexorable march unto oblivion. If thou art not come to hasten our demise, I bid thee leave us. We crave not companionship, only silence. To fade away alone on the edge of the universe. I hope they're not suffering, like, they just seem empty. I don't know if they're in pain, but they're just resigned to their fate. A lost civilization. When he said, like, oh, do you bring plague? Is that how their civilization died? Through some kind of disease that was brought onto their planet? Oh yes, drink of the cosmic slush, it will heal you. Wait, is his hope for death keeping him not dead? Because he still has, like, a bit of hope, but it's the wrong kind of hope. So that's giving him, like, a last bit of Akasha to cling on to? Maybe. Maybe. Thou art unlike the others. This place ill befits thee. Do not tarry over long. Who are you? I'm a Starial Whisper. Do you like my spacesuit? The telling of my tales alters not its course. If thou knowest my brethren once ruled these skies, will our kingdom not return? Should I boast that I was the first among our hunters? Will the comrades I failed live again? Nay, once I lived, and now I await the coming oblivion. Nothing more. I will remember that you once lived. I can just say nothing, which is what they seem to want. They want us to leave them alone. No one's been aggressive so far, though. What is this place? This is not our home. To our home did come the metal demons, who of life and joy scoured it clean. These are mere bones, and among them do we rest our wings forevermore. Leave us now to our mourning, traveller. I will find no solace here. Can I offer you some nothing? But it's so sad because there is nothing we can do. Normally when we meet other beast races and creatures, we talk to them and they tell us their problems and we find some way to help them. Because that's what we do. But we can't do that here. Their world is already lost and they're stuck in this in-between. They're not even stuck in the faded version of their own home. They're just stuck in some lost land. The bones of everything. Nothing melancholic about this at all. No. Endwalker's very cheery, very, very uplifting. But genuinely, as harrowing as so much of Endwalker is, it's beautiful how it's also entwined with, like, the concept of hope and there being a tomorrow and holding on to love and what matters. But then there's also suffering and despair and grief and it's so well done. To dwell on the past yieldeth naught. Our desires meant little to our destiny, unless now. Yet regrets find me nevertheless. So another race came to their planet, brought with them a disease that killed them all. Maybe they were welcoming to start with. Maybe that's the reason why it wiped them all out, because they were like, oh, another civilization. Come in. We will teach you of our ways. And then that ended up being their downfall. Ere the metal came, my kin were many and splendid. Elegant rims like unto ripples on the water. Rims possessed of limbs so powerful as to rend the land in twain. Rims I have long since forgotten, faces lost to the tides of time. They almost seem like they're sitting on a nest. But there are only rocks, no dragon eggs. I feel like Endwalker really plays with both sides of life, the joy and the suffering, and everything in between. And I was thinking about this at 6 a.m. this morning, about how, like... I know I've lost thought now. What was I thinking about? I don't know. I was thinking about something. Wait, no, I was... Yeah, it being both. Oh, yes! There it is. Right, I found it again. I was thinking about this. That I think instead of being separate expansions, to me, Shadowbringers and Endwalker, it's a duology. Like, they're supposed to be played together because they're different sides of the same coin. Shadowbringers is very much about grief as well and about hope, but then I feel like Endwalker is exploring more of that sense of hope and love. And I feel like they go together so well and they intertwine so well that I don't feel like I could say, oh, my favorite expansion is Shadowbringers, because to me they kind of are the same expansion. They're meant to be enjoyed together. I don't know if enjoyed is the correct word. Experienced together. Two parts of the same book, indeed, and everything that happened in Shadowbringers makes what happens in Endwalker more powerful. Not to be seen in isolation. Hey, Kami. Kami's like, what is going on here? Yeah, totally, whatever you said. Hi, Gil. Welcome to space. Kind of, ish. Almost. Drink not of this spring. Tainted are its waters, and thy dainty form hath not the capacity to withstand it. Did you just call me dainty? Thank you. Just the thanks. It's canon that's what my character gets from that interaction. Not that they're warning us about potential toxic sludge, but like, oh, compliments, thank you. My Warrior of Light is such an idiot, much like me. Combe Nosk. Hello. Beyond that distant veil, paradise lost. You know where I'm going with this. You know where I'm going. Guys. I made a lot of comparisons to Eden and Paradise Lost, the literature Paradise Lost, when we were doing Elpis. And when I had my temple hat on ranting, and when I was screaming in bed about Hydaelyn, I was ranting about Paradise Lost and the parallels with the Garden of Eden and Paradise Lost. And Paradise Lost is about the fall of angels. Yes. And thank you for the reference, Greynex. Thank you. I'm glad we're thinking along the same lines. Beyond that veil, paradise lost. So glorious. So beautiful. We were once a proud and noble race, strength embodied. We knew only love before they came. Metal monstrosities of black and silver. No bonds of blood did they share, nor conviction did they have to guide them. A crushing defeat. Never had we known such shame. Stilled now are the winds, though none could fill these wings burdened by ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. So yeah, they were a trusting race, a race that knew only love. And they trusted strangers too much. Alas. They were invaded. Well. Yeah, I guess. Because before they were talking about, like, some kind of plague that killed them all. But he was specifically saying about battles lost. So, But by whom, smiley face? We know some other civilizations that are very keen on metal, so... I have my suspicions. Whilst I'm dressed as Discount Leia, I'm very suspicious. Hey, what if they were spaceships? What if they weren't airships? I was right. For anyone new, I was convinced that the Empire, for the whole of, well, all the way up until Shadowbringers, I was convinced that they had spaceships. Which is why I had a theory that in Endwalker we were going to space. Which kind of ended up working out. They were in fact just airships. But because of all the comparisons with Star Wars, I was convinced they were spaceships. Maybe they were spaceships. They were wishing for a plague to put them out of their misery, to end their suffering. What is that? Oh, it's like a lava. Hello. Oh, this one's just sleeping. Thou wouldst bid me speak. Folly. I observed the lesson of stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor roar. Only watch, and wait, and end. But one sight yet stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentation. Ah, no, the cradle of unsung dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight to describe such tragedy. Go, if that be thy will, I shall remain. They're guiding me. I shall follow, lost to apathy indeed. But what can they do? I don't think we can help them. And even if we could, everything they loved is gone. Yet they can't move on. It cannot be restored. Reminds me of someone else. Someone else that we know very well, who also couldn't let go. Except he went the other way. He couldn't even give in to apathy. He decided to take action, but in the wrong way. These almost look like dragon eggs. Estinien, esteemed draconologist, what do you think? Heard you here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes and the proof of their end. Oh, they are eggs! I can see a cracked one. I think I'm beginning to see why. It's a hatching ground. Or was. I've seen similar on Aetheris. Midgar Soma's kind must once have lived and thrived in a place such as this. Vitra said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife. This, then, is the fate of those that remained. Let's have a look around. Maybe these eggs have more to tell of what happened here. Their future is destroyed. All of their young were destroyed, so they could not go on. Even if they went on, there was no future. Inside the shattered egg you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. The gelatinous, half-dried membrane covering the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. Just the remains of all of their unborn children. Oh! You know when Heidelin is like, for those who come after? There are none who could come after. And that's why they lost their hope. A murky liquid has pooled inside this eggshell. The noxious fetor is indicative of contamination. Gingerly lifting a large egg from the vicious mire. Oh, viscous. It's not vicious. Thankfully, it's not sentient. We're okay. It is emotional damage, but still. Gingerly lifting a large egg from the viscous mire, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Your stomach turns as you return the egg to its resting place. This egg appears to have been broken from the inside out. Perhaps the dragonette within succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. If the dragonette was indeed hatched, there is no sign of it here. Or its sire, for that matter. Did one survive? We should look for them. You start with the cliff tops and I'll search the plains. If this is an Aureen situation, any Guild Wars fans in chat? I don't think it is, though. I think we're going to go to the top of a hill and we're going to find the withered corpse of a baby dragon stretching out in its final moments. They're giving us hope only to shatter us once again. There is no hope. In Guild Wars 2, you find a dragon egg and you hatch it, and there's a little baby dragon that comes out of it called Aureen, and you feed her and you train her, and eventually she grows up and she becomes a big dragon, and she's a main character in the story. But you have that very close relationship with her because you've literally raised her yourself from the very beginning. Sweet baby Aureen. I hope she's doing okay. I haven't seen her for a long time. Is that a little... Don't tell me they're like cradling a little baby dragon. Malformed dragonette! War! No, I don't want to kill you. Don't attack me. Oh, they're poisoning me as well. Stop! I'm sorry. The boisterous howling hath been quieted. By thy hand, I presume. Everything all right? I thought I heard a dragon or something resembling one. Yeah, I killed a baby. Ah, I see what's happened here. Was that your child? Perhaps. Some eggs within Arm Knoll are indeed mine. If life within one did quicken, the beast thou hast slain may be of my blood. Yet I do not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, a testament to our shame. explain. Very understanding. Very, you'd be a wonderful therapist, Estinien. It's like, oh, my babies, they all died. Everything is lost. And then your therapist is like, explain! I need more detail here! But yeah, explain. They descended from the heavens. Cold, heartless machines. And with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and rancor, we gave answer. It was a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition. We were abandoned to our ruin. So they conquered them for expansion and then were like, nah, actually this planet doesn't have anything useful. Move on, let this one rot. Oh. Are they from the Warhammer universe? The survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild. Futile effort. In purest soil replete with aether did we once cultivate our nesting grounds. But our lands were barren, and any eggs nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. Such devastation. It was their intention. What few survived to hatch emerge as abominations. Oh, I'm just now seeing the little body. I didn't fully see that before. We shall have no new progeny. But there are dragons among you capable of journeying to other stars. That there are. Many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, they too were reduced to ash and waste. 'Tis the curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer and be conquered. The greed and hubris of man. A vicious cycle we choose now to break. We tire of conflict, of everything. They just want to rest. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering. Still as stone. Monuments to everything they've lost, literally turning into statues. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed, but there is another star. It is replete with aether as well. We know this. But they've already given up. On burdened wings. I'm not going to say what I first saw when I looked at the W there. This is a very serious questline about loss and grief and giving up. And that is definitely not a pair of boobs Sasha butt. And I would never say such things. On lost badonkadonks. Do we travel unto the end of the stars? They're Thol's balls! Thank you for that. Beautiful. Poetry, chat, poetry. Thol's balls! Well, I'm sorry for your loss. But come with us. We know that our planet houses dragons. And there's so much aether there, so much. Our land is imbued with aether. There has to be a chance. The bereaved dragon has fallen silent, leaving Estinien to sigh with frustration. They want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself comes to an end. Has Estinien finally found someone who can outbrood him? He's finally found a creature that's broodier than himself. You've been outbrooded, my friend. The sole reward for senseless bloodshed. A pain I understand, and wish that I did not. What fools we were. But now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. And he managed to let go of his hatred. They managed to find meaning when they'd given up hope. Yeah, they need to have a brood off. Just stand there smouldering at each other until the end of time. But the dragons glow so brightly. Oh, that's the aetherite. I take it back. There's no hope. Oh, there's a fate here. Despairing shelled dragon. No, I'm not ending them. It's not happening. I won't do it. A test of will. That's the next MSQ title. He's come such a long way. Such a warm character now, if a little rough. He finds it difficult to share his emotions, but we know they're there, under the surface. Just look at his little relationship with Alfie. They're so sweet. Hi everyone, do you have new things to say? Ah, you do. I chanced to gain an audience with several dragons ere we returned, though I expect their tales are much the same as those you heard. And none of them attacked us. Apart from the baby dragon, I thought that more of the adult dragons would be violent, but no, they were a peaceful race. We would hear what the dragons had to share with you. Even if it's no different from what they told Urianger, it would have value. Did your exploration prove eventful? Converse with any dragons? So many dragons. Good to see you made it back in one piece. The more I see of this place, the more bewildering it becomes. Where's Alfie? Anyone seen Blue Alizé? Where is he? Bet he's off nattering. He's very good at making contact with other races and, like, negotiating. So I think he's forming some kind of alliance, maybe convincing them that there's hope. Yeah? Oh wait, he's there. It's not my fault you're short! Alright? I didn't even see you! You're not even at my eye level, bro! I was covering him. I was just like, where's Alfie gone? Is he in a ditch somewhere? He's probably fallen down a crevasse and broken his leg. It's fine. Have you checked under the quest marker? He's buried by the quest marker. He's so tiny. He's standing so still that he's blended in. You can't see him with the naked eye. He's like a little chameleon. Aww. Hi. Were you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? Much meaning? I see. They wish to escape what they perceive to be a cycle of conflict. Thank you, Estinien. As for our part, I believe we're more acutely aware of our confines than before. We started by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off of it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating about. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? Maybe up to those weird things in the sky? We're flying with Akashar. I've called it. We're gonna think happy thoughts and we'll fly through the sky and then we'll follow the second star to the right. It's what's gonna happen. I just know. I considered that. And so I grow tired. He's tired, obviously. I considered that. And so I tried throwing a stone onto the potential platform to judge its integrity. But it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of this island, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside this space is as it appears. Which is why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked the Lockprits to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding area. Until we know more, I think it too risky to attempt flying to another island. There could just be like an invisible barrier and the ship crashes into it, and that will be the end. What Meteion told us before, that emotions dictate reality here, might be the key. But I'm not entirely sure what emotion might manifest a bridge to lead us to safety. Hope! Hope! Love! Worth a try. So what you're saying is, we've no way forward. Didn't Heidelin say a thing of like, when the way forward seems unclear? Believe. At present, aye. If it is indeed emotion that governs this island, perhaps it is not Meteion's, but the dragons that holds us here. They tire of conflict, and have chosen a path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they have chosen no path at all, meaning there is no way for the dragons, or anyone here on this island, to advance. Hope! We must give the dragons hope. Can we show them something from Aetheris that proves that their kind could survive on our planet, maybe? A sound theory. Disheartening though it may be. In that case, what recourse do we have? They're not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on a history of turmoil and strife. Without irrefutable proof, the future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. Mayhap persuasion is the answer. Can we show them our memories? Meteion meant to unmake us, then and there on the Ragnarok. And she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She conceded it was strong enough to overpower the despair that otherwise rules Ultima Thule, and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again in a like manner, by overpowering the prevailing emotions. 'Twas Ultima Thule's architect, Meteion herself, against whom Thancred did pit himself in a clash of wills. Though I marked no leader among them, as such I did chance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most. Potent enough, mayhap, to dictate the course for others. We need only give one of them hope, and then maybe the others will follow. Just like on our planet, when people gave in to despair, if there was one person who gave in, others would follow. So we just need to do the opposite, and then they will follow. And they will feel hope once again. It always starts with one. Let them not give in to despair. And thus, their domain to follow. He spoke but few words, carefully chosen. Their tone and timbre alone threatening to rend my heart in twain. Challenging his desire to remain may allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. Alas, I fear my vaunted rhetoric availed me naught against his calcifying heart. But perhaps one of you will fare better. Tell them of Puddingway. In fact, just take pudding away and plonk them next to the dragon. Let them speak of cheesecake and profiteroles, and they shall be cured. Then I shall guide thee. End, they call him, in the dragon tongue. Thou wilt find him nearby, eyes fixed upon the water. I noticed him. He didn't even want to talk to me. Well, what have we to lose? Let's get going. Just send Estinien in. Yeah, Estinien will be like, explain. Art thou depressed? Come now, it's not that bad. It's just the end of your entire civilization. It's no biggie. We've dealt with that multiple times. Maybe he's the one to explain, given his connection to dragons. It's time for him to do the explaining. And then maybe, if we bring back their hope, they'll begin to shine. Once again, they're kind of glowing, but they're not truly shining. Ah! Petey. Lend me your noodle arms. We must cross a bridge. There are many invisible walls. Maybe he holds answers. Maybe we can give them their answer. Anytime someone says the word answers now, I'm just like, I'm never gonna look at that word the same ever again. Don't make me do a maths test where they're like, what is the answer? Because I'll just go, oh, answer. 3 + 5, no. No! I cannot tell you the answer, for there is no answer. The answer itself is that there is none. We must live, die, and know. I'll end fitting. I don't use the words answer, remember. I mean, pray tell.
He remaineth
well.
as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
Oh.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
I knew it. Heavens, what organ! Yes!
So, waiting to die like all the others, are you?
Aye. Our pride is crushed, and our souls corrupted. The winds are stilled, and the heavens offer no comfort. Oh, I love the rumbling. This is taking me back to Heavenswood. Oh, the organ! There is nothing left for our kind. Our long lives a curse as we await the end. Still as stone we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star.
It's true.
One of you braved the expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
I'm just now realizing, yes, they were part of the same clutch. Because I was thinking, like, these are separate dragons. These are like mega space dragons. They're different to our space dragons, but no, they are our dragons. Just separated by several generations. And we know they survived. Our kin on another star. And yet, upon me do I smell the blood of my brethren. Were they drawn into discord and war on their new home?
They
Tell
were.
him the truth.
They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
It was all just a huge misunderstanding, though, okay? And we learned to forgive each other and find a new future. It mattereth not whither we fly. Ever will a sanguine ocean await us. Ever will retribution's wheel turn. And so, on the last of my pride as a dragon, I break free of this wheel. I renounce conflict. Exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it, to stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him.
Yes. Face everything that has come before. Do not simply walk away from it. Only in that will you find strength. And that was the
Only
message
then
of Heavensward.
can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity.
What good does it do?
After everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
But I'm not sure where this is going. Is this going to be a whole prove yourself worthy thing, and then he's going to surrender? Ooh, I don't know.
Estinien!
Stay back.
Shadow Estinien. We tire of war. We tire of turmoil. Dignity tarnished. Crimson stained. Our misery. Our shame. Too much to bear. Release us from war. From life.
I see. Theirs is the emotion that bars our way.
So maybe if we defeat them, we're not destroying them, we're just freeing them from that emotion.
The rest is up to you.
Estinien, no!
No! Not Estinien too!
But I think he helped. Is that a minty gust? Ah, Estinien's
There's a
a minty
wind.
gust now. It's what he would have wanted.
He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did.
I don't like where this is going though, because it feels like each of the Scions is going to end up sacrificing themselves at a certain point. Like giving their own Akasha in order to pave the way forward. And we're going to end up alone, walking the path alone. Because each of them, so far, have encountered something that's like a mirror of something from their own backstory, and they've been able to sort of cancel it out and then merge with it. So like, oh.
Oh, Alphinaud.
Boy, he's okay. He's fine. We'll reconstitute him soon enough, I'm sure. Oh, his eyes!
Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
Someone hug Alfie, please. No? Okay. I know you can do it now. You can't withhold hugs from me. I know the technology exists. I'm not worried though, because there's no way they've actually killed 2 of the main crew. They wouldn't do that. They're simply taking a brief period as cosmic dust, and then we'll smush them all together again. Smush, smush, smush. Like galaxy magic sand. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think as we journey on, each of them is going to give themselves to make the way forward. Forward together. Walk together. And because of the experiences that we've had, they're able to do that. Oh, the music. Also, having the Heavensward theme in that scene makes me want to go back and play Heavensward again. Yeah, goosebumps. As soon as that organ started playing, all of my hairs were on end. As you can see, my space buns were already on end. They lit up. There is nothing that gets me quite like organ coming into a track. There's just something so epic about it when you're in a boss fight. It's like the Final Fantasy equivalent of the bass drop. Is that dong of the organ sounding, and oh. If I had known this place would claim Estinien too, No, it's what had to be done. Must this always be the price paid for safe passage? As by the beating of mighty wings doth wind blow, where dragons may ne'er again touch the sky, he and the shade he bore shall soar free. Walk free. Believe. The wind has stayed the fog that covered this island, and the air, it no longer feels quite so stifling. Alfie. Come here, my boy. Come here. It's all right. It's all right. He's just gone on a little holiday, all right? A little space holiday. He'll be back. Don't worry. Look, there. The wind. This is Estinien's doing. I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. Ride the wind? Whee! So it wasn't quite happy thoughts that made us fly. Not quite. Can I go again? Will this take me back down? Whee! Come on, guys. Come up here. It's fun. It's like an unlimited trampoline. Let's go. You're not the only ones who can ride the wind. Peace you can. A powerful gale has delivered you to another island. The other scions should arrive before long. Waiting. Come on, guys, hurry up. Stop playing with the gusty gust. Whew. I thought there was going to be a section where they made me go and collect all of them in the zone. Like, forced me to get the minty gusts. So I'm relieved that actually I just pressed one time. I thought it was going to be like a collection list, like collect the East Minty Gust, collect the North Minty Gust. But no, we got off lightly, my friends, it's okay. He did it. He found a way forward for us. The dragons remain trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war. Yet Estinien knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. And he's still fighting, Alphino. Just like Thancred. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here. Why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair. And we mustn't either. Alisei is right. We must press on, for their sake. Sudden quest accept theme! Oh, it's okay. I'm not too upset because I'm fully sure that they're just gonna come back. I'm so sure. I believe. I know, one might say. We have to keep going. Even if Estinien isn't here to see it, I'm sure Alphino wouldn't want to disappoint him. Though it pains me to say it, we can ill afford to stop and grieve our comrade's passing. No, there will be time enough after. No choices have we but to march onward, lest we squander their noble sacrifices. To feign bravery with bold words is a simple matter, but without the strength of will to match, we are powerless against Dynamis. Naught less than unshakable conviction will suffice, which makes me question if I am up to the task. You're so up to the task, especially when you go into Exarch mode. Especially. But Humes, as we take in this view, as we reach ever higher, I think this is a good point to take a very short break. Go and have a space twinkle, grab yourself some space ice cream, and I shall see you in but a moment. Tarry not, my friends. Our journey continues onwards. gosh, the music. I'm just sat here trying not to cry. It's so beautiful how it represents everyone joining together in one goal. For it is together that we will find a path forward. But hello, I return once again. Good gods above, is it hot? It's Scorchio. We're up to 27.9 in the stream room. Not as bad as it was during the heatwave a few weeks ago. In the heatwave, it was actually hitting 30 in here. Scorchio! Mucho spicy. Very spicy. I can only imagine the disembodied Estiniens. Delocalized glare of disappointment as the Warrior of Light uses his windy lifeline as a bouncy castle, whilst he strives with all his might against the unending despair of an entire fallen star. And I'm just like, wee! Stinny made us a bouncy castle! Thank you, Stinny! And he's like... Also, I think it's very fitting that he has given us wind. Given that he's always sighing. He's always like... and that's his thing. And he's given us the power of wind. It just makes perfect sense. Thank you, Uncle Stinny. We appreciate you. Windy Stinny. Hey Jazzles! I shall have Moogle devise a contraption for keeping cool in the heat. At the moment, her method seems to be turning to a void sausage. She's just stretched out on the floor in one long line. You can't tell where the beginning and the end of the void is, but I think the strategy is working. Yes, very smart. Onwards we go, my friends. Onwards unto oblivion. Alphino has regained his composure and is ready to proceed. I already told you he's fine, okay? For plot reasons, he is absolutely fine, because he's got to be here in Dawn Trail, alright? As Y'Shtola and Alice said, we must continue. Oh, he's really trying. The pause in the dialogue. Notice the change in our surroundings. Perhaps this is the memory of an altogether different world. It would be prudent to learn more of it then. Tread carefully, lest we lose our footing in the sand. I'm seeing lots of globes everywhere. Or they could be like almost the dead arms of a weeping willow in the distance. Like great trees that have bowed over. Tentacles! Let's not jump to conclusions though. The tentacle monsters may be nice. What is that? Is that a biblically accurate angel? Is it gonna lift up those flaps and there'll be eyes underneath? Drifting ear. That's like what's it called? A morbolg or whatever they're called that we see on our worlds. Almost. A space morbolg. Morbolg. Night Speedy, thank you for joining us. Have a good night. May you not think of despair in the depths of space as you drift off onto the realm of sleep. Hey T! One wisp out, one wisp in. It's a revolving door. Alright, it's your shift now, team. What is this as well? This is very ancient-y. If you were worried about my vision, you needn't be. I can still see quite well. Another seemingly barren world. For a mercy, the air is nowhere near as stale. It's still quite dry, and the sand will no doubt prove bothersome in due time. Who's gonna get consumed by sand here? Is it gonna be Alice A? She's already wandering off. She's gonna be dragged down into quicksand. If not for the light emitted by these glyphs, I might well have overlooked this monolith. But Urianger would not have. He is very curious about these things. Sand. Sand everywhere. Ugh. Yeah, it really does get everywhere, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. It sure does. That's so a reference. So is. Hi, Mementa! Moog sends her greetings as well. Were it not for the violet crystal embedded in its surface, it would appear as an ordinary stone. A curious script hath been etched upon them. Alas, it is not a language with which I am familiar. I cannot say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew the written word entirely. So we may assume this is the work of another race, one we have yet to encounter. Mution claimed the dragon's world suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not, doth wend its way towards a similar end. I see a minty gust. Is that a gift? From Stinibum? What killed this civilization, then, I wonder? What do you suppose is over there? Biblically accurate angels, I already told you, Alice. I'm not sure. It's hard to make out at this distance, but its surface seems to bear the same crystals as this monument. Meaning, there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look. Come on. Watch your footing on the sand. I'm gonna try and avoid these monsters. At least for now. That could be Petey's cousin. If you look at the silhouette, if this was an arm and this was an arm, it could be an ancient predecessor of Petey. Look. Compare. The Petey of the future with the Petey of the past. Stone Petey. I want to get a closer look at these things, though. What the heck? I want to see, does it have a face? It's like wrapped in a hood. Oh, it's got a little eye in there. Kind of cute. I imagine they're technologists. They seem to be very wise. What the hell was? Oh, hello. Luminion. I will try to avoid that. That's cool though. Kill them. Are you the intrusive thoughts in my mind? Why would I kill them? They're peaceful. Oh, look, there's a little baby one. And his halo is different. Hello. Oh! All of the other ones only have one eye. And they have like a Looney Tunes spiral eye. So, you're different, are you? Hi. Oh.
Hail, travellers. This is a most unexpected occurrence.
Oh, hello there. Is this your home?
Indeed it is. Forgive me, I had forgotten. An exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting those with whom one is unacquainted.
What the kind of adorable but also disturbing. Detachable head comes in very useful.
When the vibration of vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention, ear, I believe, was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. Though it is not entirely applicable given our present state. you are welcome to use this appellation. As for nomenclature to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Cope Good.
Cooch? Cooch? Cope Cooch? Hello? Is that... Do you have a mouth in there, or just, like, cosmic goop?
Yes, Cope Cooch of the ear.
We have encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we are having this conversation via the medium of aether, or dynamis, as this space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case.
I gather your response to my presence is positive, then. That is well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we Ea are aether-based life forms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are of comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the 5 senses. Sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell.
See, think, hear, feel, sniff?
In total, I have prepared 198,712,180,827.
That's rather a lot, isn't it?
My apologies. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh, and have endeavored to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time.
Yeah, that was so a Hitchhiker's reference.
Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensations once experienced by our people, which may comprise our ability to interact with our physical environment.
Do you want us to be your template? Does that require the moving around and removal of any organs, or can we just lie on the floor and you draw a pattern? I'm not sure I'm comfortable with you rearranging my internals. And the reason you need to regain corporeal form?
Why, to bring an end to our existence, of course.
They also want to die.
Though,
The fingers! Jesus! I only just noticed the fingers! That's horrific, but also kind of adorable.
though need is perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simple a matter to make, but it would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through use of etheric exsanguinators. But such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe in proper death, requiring an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments. An experience found only with bodies of flesh.
Oh, you're looking for the whole life flashing before your eyes feeling. Okay. We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability.
Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. Very well. to ensure a facious exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of Ea, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tacit approval of our plans, in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the Ea wandering the desert. The desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me.
Yes, follow the creepy angel ghost. What could go wrong? This is going rather smoothly. Not that I'm complaining, mind. Even so, we mustn't forget that their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all that they have created. At any rate, we will find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. For some reason, they're reminding me of the Kandra. Do we have any Brandy Sandy fans in chat? Not gonna say much more, because spoilers, but it's giving Kandra, especially because they all live underground, presumably.
Do you want my flesh? Very well, you shall have it.
Ah! This one desires flesh greatly. They cannot hold themselves back. Haven't read that yet. Oh. People. That was a weird death sound. They are strangely cute, like most of the weird beast races in this game. Haunting, yet adorable. Did you see Shiro's lovely message? Did Shiro say something lovely? Oh, how dare you? Oh, thank you. I'm honestly such a huge fan of how you voice all the characters. Each one feels unique, and I got so immersed while watching that I almost forgot it was just one person doing all the voices. Oh, thank you. There's one for my wall of good feels. I've been really bad at collecting them recently. I'm screenshotting. I hope you don't mind. You're going on my booth wall. There you go. I put nice quotes from chat on my booth wall for moments where I doubt myself. Because it's a very hard thing, standing in a grown-up blanket fort and talking to yourself and pretending to be someone else. So in those moments where I'm like, that was really bad, I'm such an idiot, why can't I say that line? We look at the wall of good, and you belong there, my friend. Thank you. I attempt. An attempt is made. I enjoy voicing the burly men. Those are my favorite. But if you're a burly man in this game, you get a West Country accent, and that's all you get. Either you get the posh voice, or you get the West Country accent. There's no in between. These creatures, I guess they got a mix between Dark Souls maiden voice and creepy little chirpy beast. It's a combo. There you go. Oh, and look at this, we have a soul taking. You take not their flesh, but you take their soul. Better than Cop Cood, I guess. By one shine Ubi. I've never heard that name in my life. Thank you for gifting Shiro's soul. I will take very good care of it. Have you done someone with a Liverpool accent? I will say, I think I'm terrible at regional accents. I can't. The only ones that I can hold reliably are a Cockney, and then my own standard voice is like British RP, received pronunciation. So I can do Cockney, I can do my own voice, I can do like a very posh British, because that's easy. And then when it comes to the regional accents, it's hard. I can only say Liverpool in a Liverpool accent. That's the best I can do for you. Do we have any Liverpudlians up in chat? Ooh. maybe Cop Cood is actually from Liverpool. Maybe that's lore accurate. Oh, I love their little houses. I mean, I assume that these used to be great halls of theirs, embedded with crystal. Hello. You can come out. Why are you hiding? He looks like me after I have a shower and my hair is like hanging down in thick blankets. Little eyes poking out.
Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers, you will find, remain idle in their domiciles. Though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone structures here. I had noticed those. They're rather beautiful. I like the color gradient. It's quite nice.
You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies?
An astute question, and understandable given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If, in our idleness, we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. But while the others are not currently in a motile state, rest assured they would not object were you to disturb their respite. You need only cast your thoughts towards one of their crystalline domiciles to communicate.
How exactly do we cast our thoughts? We just kind of connect Meteon style? They are cocoons! So are they slumbering in there, all curled up? I suppose there is a logic to creatures comprised of spiritual energy utilizing crystals as living spaces, but it is nevertheless surprising to see. I want to live in a crystal. Why can't I live in a crystal? I want to live there. I shall speak to this one. Hello? You cast your thoughts towards the crystalline domicile, but there is no response. I'm a blocked caller. I understand. I'm a nuisance. I'll go bother someone else. They didn't even pick up the phone! How dare! Where are the others? Urianger is sure to find this very interesting. Can't see him. Normally he's hard to miss. He's probably gone off somewhere else on their own. Hello?
You wish to speak?
Yeah?
Very well. Pray, a moment, if you would.
I'm putting my dressing gown on. I'll come out in a second. Are you actually gonna come out, or are we doing voice call? Or, oh, okay, no. Ignored. Again! There is an aetherite here though, so at least I can touch that. The aetherite has no choice but to accept me. Delicious space rocks. Nom nom nom. Is it bigger on the inside? Maybe. Ring ring, ring ring, ring ring. The person you are trying to reach is not available. Leave a message after the tone.
Why seek our end, you ask? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment. I must remember. What form did I take when last I emerged?
A butterfly, maybe. It would make sense if there were space butterflies emerging from their cocoon. Despite my best efforts, mine overtures have elicited no response from this crystal. I can but assume its resident sleepeth most soundly. Or so I hope. Yeah, they just had a rough night. They were up thinking about answers until 6 a.m. Leave them to sleep, goddammit. If I heard correctly, the ear within this crystal says it will emerge from within shortly. Do you suppose they will all appear as Cope Cooge does? I wonder. Interesting glyphs here as well. And are those flowers or shrooms? Oh, they're just very, very one-dimensional flowers. Very one-dimensional. You could get a paper cut from those. Space is equivalent of squapes. Oh! Yeah, maybe they'll appear like this. They're almost like spiders. Hello? You may be entitled to compensation. Have you recently been in a car accident? Call our free hotline. The strange moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. I don't think they're interested. These are like little moon wells. This is so cool. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save up to £50 per person. I don't remember how the rest of it goes. That just reminds me of the classic Jet 2 clip, though. Atrocious timing. We were watching a very emotional moment from one of the fan fests. And then we had a Jet 2 holiday ad. There's a clip somewhere. It was so bad. Because he was talking about his cancer and like how he composed the music during this really difficult time of his life. And then nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. I will never forgive Jet 2 for that. I will never have a Jet 2 holiday just because of what they did to me in that moment.
Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? I see. If they failed to answer, then it is likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They are naught but concentrated aether now. Worry not. There are no others who have need of these lodgings, and they will not prove a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some few did answer your request for an audience yet. I imagine they will be with us before ere long.
The quest names! There's some Allagan bullshit going on in that text, I tell you. So much Allagan bullshit here. Those were fairly normal hiccups, I think. I would give that like a 4 on the scale of hiccup weirdness. Oh, cutscene. I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few ear have awakened.
Ah, there they are.
Hello? Oh, they're like you. Relatives, mayhap? Oh, they're exactly like you.
May I introduce you to Larlak, Judik.
Joe Mama. Ni du. Judik, really? That's worse than Blowweeder. Are you serious, guys? You could have chosen any name and that's what you go for. All right.
May I introduce you to Larlak, Judik. and ne'er need. E.T. go home. It has been too long, Gobgood. I dare say Sada, the Roman numeral, has since completed an orbit.
4! It's a 4! I'm learning. Look, technology, it's evolving.
I dare say Sada 4 has since completed an orbit. Indeed, the travelers brought it to my attention. I hadn't noticed how unraveled some had become. Travelers? Ah, of course. The ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is as plain to see as the neighboring systems. But my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific objectivity. Thus, did I bid them to awaken you?
Am I the only one who struggles to tell who's speaking? I was gonna say, I'm forgetting which one is talking. I was trying to give them all slightly different voices, but this is messing with my brain. Nay, thou art not. In the absence of corporeal forms and the divergence they afford, mayhap such similarity in voice is unavoidable. Thank you, Urianger, for giving me an easy out. I can give them all the same voice now. I appreciate you.
By the way, Copecood, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travellers? That which one is expected to do when receiving guests, as a matter of proper form?
Ah, yes. Dislocate your head. How polite. Thank you.
Ah, yes. So long has it been, it had completely escaped my mind. And still does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would.
So they disconnect their heads when they really need to think. Like, almost like they're saving all the power for the brain. So they disconnect it from the body so it can do processing on its own, and then they reattach it when they're done thinking. I love that!
Perhaps we can search the archives for the answer.
There is no answer. We must only live, die, and know.
Come now, Ninette. The archives have long been frozen, lest we subject ourselves to further dolor. Surely you recall that much.
Frozen archives, huh?
Of course. Food. The custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their aether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. That's right! That's right!
Something tells me I don't want whatever food they're about to offer me. It's gonna be like some cosmic gloop. Ooh, cosmic jelly? Can I have like cosmic jelly? That would be good.
We duly invite you in our communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation.
If we have the chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline.
Excellent! If you would care to follow, we shall feast.
For a second I thought they said we shall feast on your purest aether. I was a little bit concerned.
Ah, you are the dinner! Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest aether.
Wonderful. Lovely. I'm gripped how you voiced the ear. It definitely puts a new spin on it. Now I want to see them talk in a cutscene. so I can hear it. I have a feeling they'd make beeps and boops though, and be like beep, beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, what? Little computer noises. It would make sense. Most people voice these guys like Marvin the Martian. Who the heck is Marvin the Martian? Is it just a little alien dude? Oh, hello there. That kind of voice. Marvin. Is he related to E.T.? Is he like a long-lost brother of E.T.? DC comic books character. I've never heard of him. How have I never heard of them if they're from DC? I know a fair few DCs. From Bugs Bunny. Didn't I say Looney Tunes eyes though? The evil ones have Looney Tunes eyes, so it makes sense. Makes sense.
To think that I had forgotten what has become of the archives. How much has my essence deteriorated since I was last awake? Not that I am averse to having my mind fade away in this manner. It isn't so unlike the natural degradation of one's flesh. How delightful. Very cheery folks. Throughout the universe, but few races have completely shed their flesh as we have. As a result, we seldom receive visitors from other systems. Extreme differences can inhabit meaningful interaction, you see, and none more so than those which affect communication. Most entities, for example, cannot even comprehend our words. Yes, you are rare indeed in your ability to do so. You avail yourself of dynamis, yes? It is an impressive application, even if it is ultimately pointless, like all the rest.
What is even the point in talking, if eventually we shall die? Instead, we should sit here in silence. There is no point. There is no point, my friends. Oh, wait, the guy with the black head and the yellow eyes and the Roman helmet. I have seen him. But I didn't know he had a voice. I didn't know he talked. I've not seen Space Jam. I know some people are going to immediately come and get me for that, but I've not seen Space Jam. I'm in trouble, I know. I'm already in trouble.
How much aether would be adequate for your kind, I wonder? As I recall, there is a fine line between optimal satiation and violent sickness.
Just feed me like 5 tubs of Ben & Jerry's, that will do. Will he talk to me now? He's just wondering.
This facility is where we replenish our aether. There is no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the words restaurant, Maki D's. Now then, if you would take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with purest aether. Please, absorb as much as you would like.
What do they think we like to eat, I wonder? Yeah, it's gonna be space jelly. Oh wait, can I talk to them? I'm trying not to miss a chance to interact with everyone. If it is as I suspect, then this so-called feast, it could just be crystals. Actually, let us just see it for ourselves. Fear not, we are not like to come to harm. I hope not. If they are thus able to replenish their aether, the loss of vital sustenance isn't like to be the cause of their demise. Yeah, true. Aether, they said. But I can't help but feel a bit nervous. Judging by the construction of this facility, 'twould seem the ear directly draw upon the aether. We were told to stand wherever we like. This strikes me as less of a meal and more of a ritual. Yeah, I don't like it. He says they were told to stand wherever we like, but they're all standing exactly in the intersections of the glyphs. Are they just going to infuse it straight into us? Like IV drip of aether? Oh, thank you, Lily. Are you trying to get on my wall? Get on my wall, Lily. I don't have enough space in my folders to save these all to the clipboard. Please hold. I need to make a dedicated folder for this. Okay, get on my wall. Beautiful. There you go. To save having to print all these out, I need like an interactive whiteboard. That's what I need. Ah, here is our destination. You brace yourself for a rush of sweet, sweet aether. But nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little longer. I'm very suspicious. They're standing up there like it's some kind of plinth and they're doing a ritual. I don't like it. You brace yourself again. But again, nothing seems to happen. Just as I suspected. As meticulously as one might recreate the Ear's homeworld, this is Ultima Thule. One cannot simply generate aether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very truth of their existence. Much like the phantoms of the recreated Amarot. Oh, so they think it's gonna work, but it can't possibly work. Can we play along with it though? Can we be like, that was some delicious aether. Thank you. You know, like when children are doing tea parties and you pretend there's actual tea in the cup, you're like, this is so good. Can I have some more, please? However appearances may seem, we must be ever mindful that it is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. Yum, yum. Can we have some more?
So, did you have your fill of aether?
Alas, we couldn't absorb it. A deficiency in our forms, it would seem. No, lie to them! I just want to make them happy.
Oh, how very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your aether?
Loads of burgers. Fuck tons. Yeah, so many.
Through your mouths, you say? How very primitive and quaint.
We also kiss with our mouths? It's really weird. It's strange, the amount of things we put in our mouths.
To think that their mouth serves not only to expel sound, but draw in sustenance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems.
Though we regrettably could not partake of your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, we could not fail but wonder, wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh, and thence to vanish? Will you not favor us with an explanation? Very long-winded way of saying, explain. I think a certain dragoon had it put much more simply.
Your flesh and blood brings...
Hello? I was distracted by his head falling off again.
Your flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well, we shall indulge you. In the beginning, when the ear yet possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believed we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness.
Yes, Meteon did talk of you. In that final speech, yeah. Because she said, like, there was even a civilization that thought they could escape sorrow and meaninglessness by transforming their bodies and getting their consciousness away from the flesh. And they tried to perfect their very beings. But even that didn't work. And I remember her being like, well, if even that didn't work, how do you think it's going to work for you? Which is, it's a fair point, I guess.
From the tangible, such as land, to the intangible, such as labor, there exist myriad hindrances to progress. But the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was distressingly middling, you see. Too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources.
That's true though, because if you knew you had a really short lifespan, you would take every day as a blessing. You'd be like, oh, I only live for 5 days, so therefore every single day is so important. And if you live for a long time, I guess all the days lack meaning. But then if you have a middling lifespan, you're just caught in between the two. Does it matter? Does it not? You're alive just long enough to know that, hey, maybe there is some meaning in this. But then it's all cut short. Much like humans. I'm sorry, guys. Your plight is dreadful. Yeah, dreadful.
Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Thus changed, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make even greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations, until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge.
Dangerous.
That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation.
I know someone else who made the same mistake.
We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all extant phenomena, and thence predict the future.
Oh, the irony.
If we could but achieve this, we believed that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety.
I know someone else who believed they would be free of their anxiety, if only they could find the answers to everything. It didn't work for him. And did you find the answers that you sought?
Nah. Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you.
They're taking fucking Y'Shtola! Do you take your hands off her? They're taking Y'Shtola. Because that's her thing. She has this thirst for knowledge. She wants to know more. In fact, she even said that after all this is done, she wants to continue her search for knowledge and learning. They're taking our cat girl! And I think we have to let her.
No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, is it not our duty to warn them?
What thinkest thou? She's made her decision already.
We have deliberated. and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know it, we will disclose to you the truth we discovered. The truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the abode. A place called Urianger.
I think she's our way forward. Yeah, she's got the quest marker. No. It is the way. It is the way. I knew it. 'Tis true that a lack of knowledge can beget fear. Therefore, in theory, by acquiring all knowledge, it may be possible to attain peace. But as Hydaelyn told us, all those peoples who attempted to free their worlds from life's woes met with failure. And the Ear are among them, as their presence here attests. The tale we're about to hear will not be a happy one, and that knowledge may destroy our weak mortal forms. You may be intimately familiar with a problem, know it like the back of your hand, yet be powerless to solve it. In the course of my struggles, I've often been made keenly aware of this fact. I wonder, have the Ear never felt the same frustration? But it is that frustration which drives us forward, that makes us alive. To define the laws of creation would be no small feat, even for the Ear. Nay, having eternal life and hence no sense of haste would only have made it harder. Such tremendous drive for knowledge they once must have had, and I struggled to reconcile it with the listless beings before us. Whatever answers they found, it did not bring them happiness. We're not supposed to know. We're just supposed to exist. Don't let them take the cat girl! Chat to arms! Like her master, Y'Shtola seeketh the truth of creation. How will the truth of the Ear, who uncovered all only to desire the end, fall upon her fluffy ears? Not well, pray tell, not well! Are you sure you want to do this? A fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led such an enlightened people to this indolent end.
Flesh abandoned.
Hey. What lies next is question mark, question mark, question mark! Urianger, 10 billion stars, and apparently every last one, other than the dragon star, speaks Greek. An ancient language indeed, more ancient than all the civilizations. Before we hear the climax of the Ear's tale, mayhap I should speak of... On second thought, it would only be a distraction. We will talk more when the time is right. What were you going to say? Okay. Where knowledge leads, or where knowledge leads, given the text. The infinity symbol, infinite knowledge. And what does infinite knowledge lead to? Infinite unhappiness, infinite despair. Ere we join the Ear, there is one trifling matter I would fain investigate. Astariel, Grahatia, might I trouble you for your assistance? But of course. My thanks. We shall head outside the abode, if you would kindly follow me. I'm sorry, is that guy called Gyugisi in the background? Gyugisi! What a name. Oh, sorry, Gisv. Gisv. Interesting pronunciation. I know not what mischief you are plotting, Urianger, but I trust you have our best interests at heart. The rest of you shall go on ahead to Elegea. Lest you worry, we won't start without you. Okay. Can I talk to Gyugizv?
I'm sorry, but did you just speak to me? You see, I haven't spoken to anyone in such a very, very long time. Anyhow, what is it that you need? Not that I imagine there is much I can do for you.
What you do here? What's your occupation?
Do you herd geese? I am, or rather, I was. Wait, what was I? Ah, yes, I was a researcher of sorts, studying the secrets of the universe. But that was so very, very, very long ago. Now I am little more than the detached wisp you see before you. Despairing in my knowledge of the inevitable end, I simply gaze into the void, ever in vain.
That's nice. They're wisps. Little remnants.
This place has no name as such. If you must call it something, then call it the abode of Ear, for it is where we live. If, indeed, one can call this tenuous grasp on existence life. A scattered, deluded few of my kind strive to regain some semblance of our former glory, but the enlightened among us know that it is all for naught. The end is inevitable. It is but a matter of time.
I like them as a civilization. I'm sad that they petered out. And now they want to die entirely, to not exist. Can we not find a place for them, working as librarians in Charlayan?
They would be so good at cataloguing the knowledge.
And we could give them a limit to the knowledge and be like, the limit is what we can put in a book, okay? That's where we stop. You don't need unlimited knowledge. It has to fit in a book and it has to be categorized, and you will stack them by the Dewey Decimal, and you'll be happy, and you shall not look for further knowledge. You shall just gather what already exists. Set some limits. The equivalent of knowledge screen time. Make sure they don't misbehave. Nah. Oh, hello there. Why did he want to have a private chat? The wellspring of regret. Fun. A spring, and a sizable one at that. I hadn't noticed it amidst the dunes. Me neither. It's kind of beautiful in its own way, I guess.
Oh my god, doing their voices wrecks my throat.
But Googeezer is still looking, even if supposedly in vain. Some part of him hopes beyond rational probability that it is not all for naught. I sense a pattern here. And this isn't a spoiler, I haven't played this myself. Yeah, and the reason they're still here is because they're holding on to a bit of that hope. They haven't given up entirely, even though they say they have. There's still something of them left that wants to carry on, that wants to believe. Aye, this place shall serve. Is it the spring that you wish to investigate? Pray, forgive me, my friends, but there is naught to investigate. 'Twas but a pretense to speak in private. I knew that. Why us two, though? You have our undivided attention. Yeah, Urianger, King of Deception, strikes again. As we have established, here in Ultima Thule, those denizens of ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days. Yet one question doth arise in my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacra. They believe themselves yet amongst the living. How dost thou suppose this is possible? Meteion has taken their hearts unto herself. Meteion has made contact with them while they still lived? I couldn't even begin to guess. That sounds like magic shit to me. Not my purview, friend. I guess, like, they have to have a connection to Meteion if they're here, right? So these are all people that Meteion and Meteion's sisters would have met. So Meteion managed to meet them in the last stages of their civilization, which is why she mentions them in our conversation. Of course. She must have visited the stars of the dragons and the ear before either race perished in their entirety. She's literally told us, Grahar. I don't know if you were there. Thus could she make their emotions her own, and with them create more faithful simulacra than had she relied on any historical account. So too did I theorize, and upon that assumption, consider how those two races may have met their demise. According to thine own tale, Meteion perceiveth the emotions of those nearby as her own. A heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as an Enteleki. In the course of her star-faring journey, if she encountered beings who strongly desired a cessation of their existence, she would, like, amplify that as well? Yeah. She would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possesseth the power to grant it, the power of Dynamis. 'Tis my supposition that, overwhelmed by their longing for death, Meteion did unleash Dynamis, and ushered the dragons and the Ea unto their doom. Because she couldn't help it when met with that suffering, like she has to mirror it, she has to enhance it. Of course, such was not always the outcome. Full many stars did she find already lost to ruin. So she was wrong, because she was saying, like, I found these civilizations. And even though they clung on to the last vestiges of life, even that was pointless. Even that eventually ended. But no, it happened because she found them. Otherwise, they might have survived. In order to create a terminus, however, the fervent desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find the way forward, pray ask yourselves this. In the place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Why do you tell us this now? And why not tell the others? Ne'er again would I betray your trust. This pledge I did make to my comrades. In bringing thee in my confidence, I would remain true unto my word. Also, Urianger, I'm skipping the ad. It will not interrupt you, my prince. There you go. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because she couldn't believe any different, because that was the only emotion she saw, therefore the only emotion she could feel. That's so sad. As for thee, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harbored for the crystal exarch. Finally fessing up. Everyone's talking about deception, Urianger. He has lied to us a fair deal. To be fair, this man is filled with lies. As for thee, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harbored for the crystal exarch. I once placed my faith in thy chosen path, walked at thy side, full knowing that we were bound for thy demise. I ask now that thou returnest the favor, and abide in faith as I fulfill mine own destiny. Is he gonna do it instead? If you say my debt has come due, how am I to refuse? 'Tis indelicate of me, I know full well, and I can but beg thy forgiveness. Yet even if I must needs go to such lengths, I cannot well feign ignorance of the answer I have found within. The answer to the question, in what moment might I stand the strongest? After all that we've been through, I will say only this. Do what you must. Do what you must and see your conviction through. The tiny smile gets me every time. I shall, my friend. I shall. Without further ado then, let us go to join our comrades. He's stepping up and being all self-sacrificial. God damn it. Graha is lost in thought. Graha doesn't know what to do either. Let us be off to Elegea. Indeed. He's still harboring so much guilt. Because it's that self-doubt of, oh, could he have chosen another path? If he only had the knowledge. If he'd only known. And that links back to his whole speech on the moon. You know, when we have that private chat with him on the moon, and he's like, if only I had known, would I have chosen to walk a different path? So then it ties in so perfectly with this, because this is a civilization that knew. They knew all the possible futures. But that still wasn't the answer. Oh! The writing! But still, if he had known all of the possibilities for every decision he'd made, I hope he still would have made the same ones, because it led us to where we are. Perhaps it was not a perfect path, but it was worthwhile. And here I thought that Y'Shtola was going to be the one because of her pursuit of knowledge. But no. But no. This frickin' game. Someone hit the ad break, Skip. It was me! Because Urianger was still talking. Lest he be interrupted by those nefarious ads. The ads are coming, so I'm gonna run them. And whilst they run, don't worry, you won't miss anything. I am going to let PT do Egg Surprise on the Moon. Whee! Egg Surprise on the Moon! Go ads, go! Go! Yoshi P, how dare you make such a good game? God damn it! And the fact that it keeps me guessing, like, I essentially at this point feel like we're going to sacrifice one of our companions per stage that we're getting to until we reach, like, the top where we're going to fight Meteon. But they surprised me in who? And Urianger is willing to sacrifice himself. Oh. Oh. Oh! And the peace, but the strength in this music. Also, I'm wondering if it's gonna kind of like progress based on the expansions that they had their moments in. Because number one was Thancred, and Thancred's like biggest moments were A Realm Reborn and like the end of A Realm Reborn and all of that, and the whole Thancred gets possessed thing. So that was A Realm Reborn. And then Heavensward with Estinien, and Estinien has his moment and then it gives himself. And then Urianger, I guess, like we got to see more of him in Stormblood, and he really came into his own. A little bit more of him, like more of his backstory came out. And I mean, Alizé and Alphino, it was this expansion, it was Endwalker. Stormblood was quite a bit of Urianger, yeah. He was no longer mysterious hooded man. He had thoughts, he had feelings, he had a beautiful face. I don't know exactly when the moment he first, like, takes the hood off is. When is that? It's so murky in my memory. I can barely remember dressing gown Urianger. Ah, do not forget Urianger's episode with Elderbus. Significant Elderbus episode. Post Heavensward, before Stormblood. See, it all lines up. It all lines up, guys. All lines up. And Y'Shtola, Shadowbringers. Y'Shtola, Shadowbringers, because she has some huge moments in Shadowbringers. That's enormous for her. It's when she, like, fully came into her power and, like, came to terms with who she was Shadowbringers. So it makes sense. If it's Urianger, then Y'Shtola. I'm not forgetting anyone, am I? That's all we have left. And then the twins. Oh, Grahatia! Shit! Yeah, no, he's Shadowbringers. Grahatia, did you have any significant moments in any of the expansions? Nah. You haven't really done anything important, have you? Especially in Shadowbringers, you just kind of sat on the sidelines. I didn't know where you were half the time. It's right, they'll go together, It'll be a double elimination of Graha and Y'Shtola at the same time. He was napping. He was eating tacos and napping for the entirety of that chapter. That was the Crystal X arc though, yeah. Completely different dude, yeah. Fair. Hello, ad watchers. Have you returned from your prison? Which ad did you get? Was it a Jet2 holiday ad? Don't mind me. I mind you very much, sir. I will always mind you. Come, let us hear the ear's tale and learn what caused such enlightened beings to crave nihility. While we waited, we mentioned our star's situation to the ear. They nodded sagely. Oh, something to that effect. You've replaced me. I'm the one who nods sagely. How dare you? I understand you've taken care of business. If you're ready to begin, then so are we. I think I'm ready. Still scared they're going to take the cat girl. It seems everyone is accounted for. Shall we then? We shall. Weird blippy bloops.
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well.
Jesus Christ!
Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge.
Okay.
For such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not.
Well, with my cute, slightly shy voice for the ear. Their full-on possessed computer.
I'm scared. I trust them so much less now. Yes, yes. Yes, it's giving Amarot chic. I love it. Okay.
We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3.
Deneb 3, then maybe you know how to save us.
As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
T-3 seconds.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated.
In my world, we are very familiar with the expansion of the universe. It makes sense.
Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies.
The heat death of the universe, right?
Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter into an eternal ice age.
Kind of like ever cold. Am I right? Yeah. Okay, that would be funny if that's the reason why we get an expansion called Ever Cold. That'd be really cool. We're here in this freaking godless universe, and the whole entirety of the vast expanse is dying a heat death. We shall make hot chocolates and prevail, my friends. Fear not. Sounds good to me.
In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved
On
fruitless.
every planet.
So infamously so, in fact, that it became
On all the
synonymous
shards?
with vain effort.
How does that work? Like,
The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost.
that's the price of mortality in the end. It's just that you did live forever. So you would see the very, very end of everything. It's just another form of lifespan, really, when you think about it. Your end only comes when the universe ends.
No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves
Oh my god.
by means of etheric exsanguinators.
It's dark. But that immortality is a curse, essentially, because like no living sentient being can resist madness with immortality stretching ahead of them. It's a bit different for ourselves because technically we can die, you know, disease and, well, a dagger through the heart, you know. We can leave the mortal coil in that way. I just prefer to stay inside so that I'll live forever.
Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls.
Oh.
Though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture. Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish. If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
So that's your story.
Sass them, Y'Shtola. Show them the power of sass.
While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it.
Yes. Yes, my girl.
Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
You do not have the answers you think you have. Did you account for us existing? I think not.
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the Aya. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'Shtola, no! You mustn't!
They are taking our cat girl! Urianger, are you gonna do something?
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words.
Teach.
Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught, but I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
She's a lady that knows what she wants.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all. But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you. And we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
Again, the burb. They are taking her. Urianger, I thought you were going to step in.
And listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it.
I figured as much. We'll see you soon.
Azim's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back.
Yes, I can create new forms for you.
But you mustn't, for it would
Do you want any
losing our way
modifications?
forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic.
Okay.
We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on, and do not look back.
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Urianger.
They're teaming up.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret.
The scholars are joining forces. The nerds have united.
In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey.
For we do not travel alone.
And
Many walk the
though my
path with us.
shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality.
Dream team. In you we trust. You've got
Thus
this.
shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
Together, into the abyss. You've left me with a cat boy and 2 children. And off they go. They are with us still, though. Whoa! Kamehameha.
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
You're welcome.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
And we will kill you! Kind of.
There.
With friendship.
That's where you'll find me.
In the...
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn.
Is there not some beauty in that?
Alive again, to know suffering anew.
Oh, you're saying it's a never-ending loop of pain and suffering and despair. Guess you could see it that way too.
True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Atheris.
So you know when someone's like, I wish I'd never been born. She's taking that quite literally. Okay. No new life ever.
To that end,
The cycle
we created
stopped.
an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun.
Trapping all of that energy inside there.
Attain it if you can. Before your friends' emotions fade away. Along with their protection.
They will never fade away. She's challenging us though. It kind of feels like, you know, when Emmett was challenging us, like, see if you can. I don't think you can. Try. Go on then. You know. Like, she almost wants us to succeed. Almost. Ah!
Better that you had never been born.
Never have I felt such emptiness. It's as if a part of me is gone. I'm fine, Astariel. Like I said, our quest doesn't end here. She has faith. So, as you might have guessed, this was the suggested stopping point for today. However, I do feel like another quest wouldn't hurt. I like your logic.
The time span involved in this hypothesis is so unimaginably vast that it can barely be expressed in numbers. For instance, the point at which only black holes remain in our universe, all stars and other objects are dead and gone, will occur in approximately 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 26 years. If one were to print this number out without using exponential notation on A4-sized pages, 1,500 characters per page, the resulting stack of paper would extend from the Earth's surface about 1,000 life years into space. That is a fun science fact. Damn. Damn. But for them, that was a very palpable measurement of time, because they were eternal, they lived forever, so it would eventually happen. Therefore, what was the point in anything? But even we know that the universe will eventually have a heat death, right? Even we know that. Us stupid, silly little beings with tiny intellects, we know that much. There is some discussion going on amidst the council. Very good, very good. Does Dawn have any new rants to share with us? Only old rants repeated. But I love how this is all coming together. I'm also really wondering about what the Aya just said about cold and eternal cold and ever cold. Reminds me of something. I've not even seen the trailer yet, so I've seen nothing of Evercold. Apart from, like, people have said gameplay features, like changes to the base game that are happening. Apart from that, I know nothing. Would be really cool if it linked back, though. Because, yeah, even if we averted what's going on right now, if there were potentially another end to everything, we'd have to solve it. Or if something that happened during the course of Endwalker or Dawn Trail brought that timeline closer, and then it became a problem. But then would that be cool? Because, like, we've essentially dealt with those themes before. Like, the end of the world is very, like, overdone. I feel like they've done it in a very good way in Final Fantasy. It's happened multiple times that the world is ending, we've managed to save it. But, yeah, I don't know. I know not who these are, Garabub. My human cultural knowledge is very weak. You should ask the ear. I'm sure they know of all the bands that have ever existed. I'm sure. Well, onwards we go, I say. Victory. Lost. Well, it's just us for you now. Are you all ready to continue on? He's leading the school trip now. 2 children and an imbecile on the moon. Well, kind of the moon. In the vast reaches of space. Then let us make for where the light shone. Y'Shtola and Urianger have opened the way for us. Onwards and upwards to the heavens,
But yeah, Meteon can't stop us. She would if she could. She can't. Either that, or she wants us to find another answer. There's some small part of her that really wants there to be another way. Which again would be so sad. Like, if she is purposefully holding back to give us a chance, that's tragic too.
Don't worry, the power of friendships and rainbows is coming. Fear not.
We will save this world. We will restore faith. Are they going to give us a minty wind to ride? Ah, or mayhaps a teleport using glyph knowledge. It would make sense.
Some manner of ear device. If our friends wakened it, then it should be safe to use. Judging by the direction, this should be the place.
Should be? I don't like the sound of should be.
Yes, I can feel it. The aether emanating from the arcane pattern. This is a portal, and no mistake. Let us see where it leads.
It is a portal! Makes sense. Portal of wisdom. They represent wisdom. It makes sense.
What do Grahatir and the twins represent then?
I don't know, the twins like resilience and love, I suppose. Although I guess, you know, with Crystal Exarch, he's also resilience and steadfastness and all those qualities. Ooh, double hiccup.
He represents tacos!
Yes! What the heck? These are like the alpha raid things. Yeah! There's a beta over there. I shall wait here. Okay. Hello?
Intruder, alert.
Eliminate. Eliminate. And after alpha comes beta, so it makes sense. Exterminate. Twins, you coming? So gorgeous. It's like the very top of the dome of stained glass turned on its side over there. That's what it feels like.
Amazing. Yet another civilization.
Yes.
Attacked as soon as you arrived. Not the most welcoming of places, is it? We must try to find the denizens who are amenable to conversation. We should get the lay of the land. See how far we go. I'll help Alphino with that. In the meantime, you and Graha can search for friendlier folk.
Oh, you do like my spacesuit, Paladin. I'm in space. It has a visor as well. I can put the visor down. Fashion. And utility. It's a lighter spacesuit than I guess the ones you get in your world. It's more form-fitting. Less bulky, you know.
Apart from hostile beings, take care with your footing. I mislike the look of this terrain. Not knowing what the locals are like, you'd best take care of yourselves. We'll find you once we finish exploring.
Careful, twinsies. Careful. If the twins are going to dissipate, they'll dissipate together. There's no way they're going one by one. They will hold hands and fade into oblivion. They entered this world together. They'll leave it together too.
I expect the twins will seek the outermost bounds of the Isle.
So, I propose we search the central area. There are machines patrolling here and there. Sentinels, in all likelihood. Like those you encountered, they will most certainly attack any who venture too close. So, let us avoid them, and look for others that appear more approachable. Hey, Snorgo! The twins are behaving for now. I'm worried about them just disappearing. But they're behaving for now. No hijinks going on. There's no infighting going on either. They're not bullying each other. You see naught but patrolling machines in the area. They do not seem inclined to non-violent intercourse. You're under attack! Whoa, surprising. Beep boop. Hello, 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 hello. Well, at least they said hello before they come to pummel me. I appreciate that. Oh, there we go. In case it has thus far gone unmentioned, I feel the need to say this in Urianger voice now, because that's very Urianger phrasing. Such knowledge, such wisdom from a Thirad. In case it has thus gone far, in case it has thus far gone unmentioned, an ostracon is a shard of broken pottery. The ancient Athenians scribed into ostraca the names of those they wished exiled, as a sort of ballot to vote the most unwanted individuals out of society. Hence, ostracism. I did not know that. That's so cool. Meteon wishes everyone exiled from existence. So, I suppose the label to be very fitting. It's cool. I think it was mentioned in passing about it being something to do with pottery yesterday, but I didn't understand the full... I did not glean the full picture from thy words. People said it meant pottery, but I didn't know about the whole, like, exiling people part. I didn't know you'd literally write things on the pottery. Minty fresh space air. Delicious. Yeah, we did. Oh, you did? Okay. Unless I read it aloud, it probably didn't go into my eyeballs. Even if I did read it aloud, it probably didn't go into my brain. I was much distracted by the galaxies yonder. Oh, these ones seem friendly though. I guess these are the builders. Hello? Greetings. Any requests you have of this unit should be made in clear and concise manners. What you doing? This unit has been designated M051. This unit is responsible for the supervision and operation of the on-base energy plant. Please direct any complaints or suggestions regarding the plant to this unit. This unit will respond to them as efficiently as possible. I have a complaint. What kind of fucked up place you call this? This is base Omicron. An outpost constructed to allow us to engage in combat with unfamiliar opponents. In accordance with Stigma 1's most recent orders, we are currently shoring up the base and our forces. Now we are awaiting further orders. Your cooperation is requested. Reminds me of a certain raid series. Which was also like, you know, these vast platforms and, well, a space-like place where we could practice against various bosses that were being brought back. Additional entity detected. Initiating self-destruct. Look, Astariel, the machines here do not appear hostile. Let's see if we can communicate with them. 2 steps ahead of you already. I've already gathered much information, my friend. Begging your pardon, but we are searching for the denizens of this star? Unknown life forms detected. Assigning generic label. Twat. Oh. Interplanetary travelers. Greetings, and welcome to the planet. Beep. Boop. The planet? What? Could you please repeat that? It appears your hearing organ is unable to process the name in our tongue. It may be translated into yours as Alphatron. Our people, meanwhile, are called the Omicrons. You stand within one of our outposts. The Omicrons, you say? And what is it that you do here? We are preparing for war. With who? Whomst? As we presently do not have a designated target, you have nothing to fear. Should your star become designated, however, you will be taken into custody and/or terminated. Wonderful! Could this be the metal people that the first civilization were talking about? Were they at war with the dragons, by any chance? Not a little frightening. These Omicrons, but at least they seem to be forthright. I will see what else I can learn from this fellow. If you could try speaking with the others? Beep boop, beep boop. Don't worry, we're unlikely to murder you. Although the chances of your safety are not 100%. I love them! Oh, look, and they have traders! An error has occurred in trading protocol. Debugging in progress. Please stand by. You must progress further through the Endwalker main scenario in order to access this vendor's wares. Oh, we've got to make friends first. We've got to introduce ourselves. I see. They only trade with friends. Well, I'm a bit worried they'll be like, preparing for war. Closest target is Astariel Whisper. If they don't really mind who they make war with, we're right here. So they may as well make war with us. I think we might be in trouble. Beep. Whoop. Autonomous weapon deployment. Complete. Vanguard armament upgrade. Complete. Munition levels. Satisfactory. Combat readiness assessment. Nominal. Awaiting instructions from Sir. Maintaining state of combat readiness. Sir? Maybe Sir Tia needs to give an order. Psst. Greetings, traveler. When venturing outside the outpost, beware of malfunctioning units. They do not heed Sir's commands and indiscriminately attack all non-Omicrons. For avoidance of confusion, please... Oh, this thing is glitching. For avoidance of confusion, please be advised that Sir is the alias of Stigma 1. Sir issues instructions to our forces as the foremost of the 6 strategic matrices that bear the designation Stigma. Stigma rather than Sigma. Interesting. Interesting. It would make sense if, like, the way you move forward from here is blasting a hole in the rock with the munitions. That would make sense if we can gain control. If we feed them Graha Tia, they will give us access to the nukes. I think it's a fair trade. Give them the cat boy. Chat won't mind. Bzz. Measuring combat capability. Results. Negligible. Subject falls outside targeting parameters. Greetings, traveler. We are the Omicrons, and our objective is self-enhancement. In order to achieve this, we venture forth in conquest to acquire combat data and resources. Most recently, we succeeded in subjugating the home... It is them! Most recently, we succeeded in subjugating the home world of the beings whose strength was said to be without parallel, the dragons. Yet though the endeavor yielded a wealth of combat data, the star was rendered barren and unable to yield resources. A subsequent costing determined that the losses incurred exceeded the gains. It was not worth it. How dare. Trade the cat boy already. Hand him over. You learned a few things. So did I. Ere we show our findings, however, I believe it best to step outside the outpost. Come with me. Ah, there you are. We finished surveying the area. This will come as no surprise, but there was no way forward. There were portals like the one we used to get here, but those that worked only sent us to isolated isles. Then, as before, we must locate the embodiment of the emotion that bars the way. What of yourselves? Did you find anyone to speak with? Things to speak with, not people. And therefore, children, we must feed of them the cat boy. Fear not, he shall return. So the Omicron seek to advance themselves through conquest. Following their victory over the dragons, they stand ready for the next campaign. But their leader has yet to issue new commands. And so they wait. In such a place, who could it be that fits Urianger's description? A soul whose yearning for oblivion surpasses all others. Urianger said this. During our investigation, before we joined you in Elegea, I long for oblivion. I backflip off of boss platforms. Take me. So, that's the way of it. Why couldn't he just say it all to all of us? Given what we know of this place, it's certainly a curious state of affairs. While the dragons and the Ear longed for death, the Omicrons long for conflict. As much as that may lead to destruction, it must be considered a distinct desire. In order to find the source of the dominant emotion, I believe we should seek out their leader, this Sir. According to M032, the first Omicron with whom we spoke, there is a console by which we might communicate with it. M032 also added that it would be a pointless exercise, but that in itself, I believe, is worth investigating. What say you? Yes, as always, yes. Onwards. Or, to power it up like ×3 and get a combo, we feed it the Catboy and the two twins at the same time. It's more fuel. More fuel indeed. What a wonderfully timed quest ending. Doth thou mean to say that this would be a most apt place to pause in our MSQ ventures? But Graha's pondering. He's pondering over here. He'll be pondering for a long time. The music. Oh. Right, so Catboy, twins, get in the grinder, and then we shoot a hole in that. And then I go up there. Job done. Job done. The most apt place to end is the credits. I would agree, but I doth think it right that those who have walked the way with us should be here for the end. And though I would go on until the early hours, I think everyone deserves to be here for credit roll. And it happens quite often that we're getting close to the end of an expansion and like we just keep going, and it's like 3 a.m. and credits roll, and like half of the people who were there at the beginning couldn't be there. So I want everyone to be there. We do not rush the MSQ. We enjoy it slowly. We can throw some of the bunnies from the spaceship. Yeah. They're good fuel too. Why haven't we sacrificed any of them? Come to think of it, why haven't any of them come with us? They could have been good fuel. They have hope, they have love inside of them. It would have been like logs chucked on a roaring fire. It would have worked flawlessly. The next one shall be midnight, perhaps a little further. Unless we have double fuffer next week. I am just annoyed that we're going to have another heatwave next week, because otherwise I'd be like, I shall schedule in my stream days, and it will always be Final Fantasy until we hit the end of Endwalker. Right. But I fear scheduling multiple streams, especially like Wednesday, I think is going to be the hottest day. And then it goes down a little bit Thursday, Friday, but Friday is still hot. I think it's still like 30 degrees. I vote for double fuffer next week. I will just bring an ice bath and I will wade in it. You know, come to think of it, eternal winter doesn't sound all that bad right now. I know that EA were a bit cautious about it, but yeah, if the heat death of the universe happens and we're consumed by cold in time for next Fifth Friday, I would like that. I prefer to warm up than I would cool down. 38 degrees Celsius was not fun today. Oh my gosh, Song. That is sweltering. Do you live on the sun? I have the puppy again next week. Puppy pics incoming. Humes. I hope that the heat death of the universe will not occur next week. We'll have to play it by ear. We shall see. We shall see. I think like I'll schedule in as if the entire UK was not on fire, and then if it is, we shall see. We continue on, knowing that the end is inevitable. We live in hope, for we are hopeful creatures. Even though we know it is coming for us. Onwards we walk. I'm in Australia. Oh, 38 degrees Celsius can happen sometimes. Blimey. And you have like opposite weather, so like when it's winter for us, it's summer for you. So whenever we're burning, you're chilling. We forge ahead, my friends. We forge ahead. But we do not simply end a stream, especially when so many have sacrificed themselves so that we may walk on. We charge together, and we do like to go on an elven raid. So let's see who's live right now. If you happen to have 50,000 channel points, you know what to do. But otherwise, I will choose our target. When is your next stream, out of interest? Usually I put my schedule up on a Monday, but next week is gonna be hard because heatwave. I think I'm just gonna try and carry on. And then if I'm literally like turning the computer on and covered in a sheen of nerd sweat, then we shall rethink, but I will do my best. But normally, like clockwork, I do stream every Friday no matter what. Like usually there's 3 or 4 streams a week, but if there's gonna be any stream, there will be a Friday, unless the end of the universe happens. So sometimes we have double Final Fantasy streams on a week. Sometimes we have Friday and then other games going on, but we shall see. There is only Endwalker, my friends. We've had a guide the raid happen, and it's from Aria. Lichatron. Wait, did I read that wrong? Lichaton. I was thinking, like, is it them robots? Lichatron 3000, that's suspicious. You want us to go see the robots for our own execution? Let me stalk them. Aria, can you tell us a bit about Lich? And what games they like and how you found their stream? Lichaton. There you go. I'm stalking. 5-year partnerversary. Oh, it's a wee babby partner. Oh. What are they playing? Stardew Valley. Speedrunning? Stardew Valley speedrunner. Ooh, we love the cozy vibes of Stardew Valley. They're super pro Stardew Valley. I'm gonna learn so much watching their stream then. I am such chaos in Stardew Valley. I mean, you see my inventory in Final Fantasy. Think about that, but with farming fields. And that's how I play Stardew Valley. So I'm all in for learning the tips. And there's balloons going on over there. There's balloons, there's garlands, and there's Stardew Valley. I'm so in. All right. Our raid command is do not fear, the elves are here. We have swords, we have shields, we have magic, and most of all, we have moogs. Chuck upon them. Get ready to spam their chat. All right, the raid is going. I will see all of you at some point next week. !schedule if you want to see the schedule, and that'll be updated on Monday as well. And do come and join our Discord as well. But for now, have a wonderful rest of your evening. And walk on, my friends. Despair not, no matter what trials are ahead. Good night. And as always, kindest regards from your Elven Queen.